Hi guys, it's Brody Dahl, and you're listening to Wild Side Wrestling Podcast. Hope you had a happy holidays. Now it's time to tune in.
Show me something that I never seen. Soaked in filth, the hands are hardly clean. Barely make it out of dreams alive. A hardcore addiction sets us both on fire. Why draw the line? Wasted time. There's nothing holding us down. Time like a fire, a true desire, an evening on the wild side.
Alrighty, welcome back to another episode of Wild Side Wrestling Podcast, the 10th installment in our Women's Showcase, with the guest today, Brody Dahl.
Hello.
How's it going? So, yeah, how are we doing?
Very good, very good.
Love it, love it. So, Brody, let's start by getting to know you. Tell your story. Where did wrestling start in your life?
Oh my gosh. I've been watching wrestling forever. My earliest memory of wrestling is being like 4 years old, and walking into the living room, and I think my dad had Raw or SmackDown on the TV, and that was it. I was in. I sat down on the floor, like right in front of the TV, and I was in.
I love it. So, being that young, obviously your brain's still developing and everything. When do you think the decision was made for you that this is what you want to do with your life?
I think it was when I was watching Paige, or now Soraya, debut. Um, her match against AJ Lee for the Divas title. I just remember seeing something different. Like, she was different than all the other divas at the time, and it kind of showed me that, hey, it's okay. It's okay to be a little weird. So yeah, and I was like, I want to do this. I want to show little girls that it's okay to be you, and you can be strong. You can just be yourself. So yeah.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, I'm with you there on the it's okay to be weird. I got monkeys everywhere. I got monkeys literally everywhere. So I'm definitely with you there. So when it came the time to actually start pursuing this, where did you find yourself when it came to training and everything?
So I'm from the Quad Cities, and Black and Brave is located in Davenport, which is a part of the Quad Cities. And I mean, that was really the only option. Like, I'm so close to Black and Brave, I have to go there. I had to sign up when I was probably 16,
Yeah.
to get in when I was 18. So yeah, I signed up as soon as I could, got that acceptance letter in my email, and here we are.
I know their wait list is incredible.
Yeah, so
long. Yeah. How'd you end up coming across them? Were you familiar with the independent scene before?
Yeah. So I started going to this company called SCW when I was probably 9 or 10.
Okay.
And a lot of the Black and Brave students will wrestle there once they graduate. So it's kind of how I got familiar with it.
Okay, I got you. I didn't know if you had done your research on schools willing to travel or.
Honestly, Black and Brave was the only option from the beginning. I mean, I've looked into other schools, but with Black and Brave being so close, it was like, might as well.
Yeah, it's like no brainer there. It's like I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah.
Love it. So when you ultimately ended up getting in, how was your training and about how long were you there? Did you get any specific people who were more like influences, more friends?
So it's about 3 months long. Very tough. That is the hardest thing I have ever done.
Yeah,
You
I've heard of day zero.
Yeah. You definitely want to quit at some points. but you just got to do it, right? If this is the dream, you got to make it work.
Yeah.
I made some really great friends while I was there. Nikki Wild being one of them, even though we're not friends right now. But yeah, no, I made some really great friends. You become family with the people in your class because it's just
Mhm.
so hard. You have to make friends to get through it.
Yeah. It's a grueling business, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so, a little bit about the way you think, and let's think some like fantasy booking for a minute. If you
Okay.
were to build yourself a wrestling stable, you and three other people. Let's
Okay.
say somebody off of television, somebody of the opposite gender, and then somebody can be of the same gender, but like that you're fond of or familiar with.
Okay. Let's see. That's a hard question.
A lot of
I
them are, so be prepared.
guess for somebody off of TV, I have to go with Paige or Soraya.
Okay.
She's been my number one favorite forever. um, Somebody of the opposite gender, and this can be anybody like familiar with or on TV, right?
Yep.
Okay. Um, hmm, let's go with John Moxley.
Okay.
And then somebody I'm familiar with, I would have to go with my friend Visage. They work over in the UK.
Okay.
I trained with them at Black and Brave, and they are just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I've had a lot of the Black and Brave projects on. Great stories, all of them. Um, let's say your career ends up continuing to flourish as it is, and you want to release a book, whether it's you doing it or you get a publisher to do it. If you could choose anybody to narrate the audiobook about Brody Dahl, who would you choose?
Um, can I choose myself?
Who knows you better than yourself, right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I can only narrate it the way I want it to be narrated, right? Um,
Absolutely.
I feel like only I could put emphasis on like the most important parts.
Yeah, I love it. It's like because you were there, you lived it. You're
Yeah.
like, uh-uh. So they say the best wrestling character is yourself amped up to 100. With that being said, how do you find the best way for you is to balance between your public persona and your private life?
Um, Man, I just feel like Brody Dahl is me if I didn't have to worry about like my social anxiety.
Okay.
I'm a very anxious person. um, I have horrible social anxiety, but for some reason, when I walk through the curtain, that just turns off. And yeah, I get to be myself turned up to 11.
I love it. You're like, all right, we're gonna throw all that away.
Yeah, yeah, some switch flips in my brain. It's crazy. I don't do it on purpose. It just turns off.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this is happening now. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, so being that you started watching, you said when you were four, the wrestling business is an ever changing business, and it always will be. I fear. If with that, you could change one thing to improve the current wrestling landscape as it is right now. What would you do?
I think I would love if there was no line between women's wrestling and men's wrestling.
Okay.
Um, and it could just be wrestling.
Yeah.
I love intergender wrestling. I think it's great if you do it right. And I just wish we could kind of blend the two worlds a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Koho says it best. He's like, whenever there is like an intergender contest or whatever, y'all are either depicted as Superwoman or a damsel in distress, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and the way he was trained, when he first got there was like five women in his class, and his coach said, look at them. You're gonna treat them the same way you would treat anybody else. You know, it's like don't go easy because they're a female. And he was like, "All right, bet."
Yeah, yeah.
But y'all
Yeah,
are there for the same exact purpose, putting in the same amount of work. So why not like give you guys the same opportunities? You know.
yeah.
And like me and him both vouch for women's wrestling, and it's huge for us. That's why we started this women's showcase to begin with.
Yeah, I think that's great. So thank you guys.
Yeah. So when it comes to merchandising, everyone's got their shirts, their 8x10s. Me, I've got my little buddy here. um, if you were to design something just you, what would that be? Something unique to you that you haven't seen before.
Hmm. I guess my mom kind of gave me this idea actually. Um, I would like to do like DIY patches that you can put on jackets or something.
Okay.
I'm really into punk music and my local music scene. So, and that's something you see bands sell a lot is like DIY screen printed patches. So I would love
Mhm.
to sell those.
Okay. I love it. Just like the logo or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
I love it. The Brody Dahl brand, you know.
yeah.
Um, so you talked about being friends with Nikki Wild. You actually just had a match with her not too
Yeah.
long ago. How did that go?
Well, I won.
Hey,
So that was awesome.
all that stuff she was talking.
Yeah. Had to shut her up, I guess.
Love it. Was that was your debut match, right?
Yes, that was my first singles match. I was in a Rumble previously, but that was the first time that the spotlight was really on me.
Yeah, I love it. What's coming up? What do you have coming up?
So much. Let's see. This coming weekend, actually, I have two shows, one on Friday and one on Saturday. Friday, I will be wrestling for this company called Higher Ground in Minnesota. And then Saturday, I will be wrestling for SCW Pro in Bluegrass, Iowa.
Okay, I love it. So already getting busy going into the new year.
Yes.
Love it. So whether it's a moment from training, a moment from being a fan, or even during your wrestling career, if you could relive any moment so far, what would that be?
Um, it would be my wrestling debut at Uprising slash Dreamwave.
Okay.
Um, and that was the Rumble I was in. I actually got to share the locker room with Shayna Baszler. Um, and I've been a fan of wrestling my whole life, so that was crazy to me. I was
Yeah, you're like
definitely marking out a
seeing
little
somebody
bit.
on TV, and then you're like with them. You're like, oh, hold on.
Yeah, so that was awesome. It was also an all women show, so it was really nice to be in that environment for my first show. And I got to share the locker room with a lot of women I like grew up watching on the independent scene. So it was amazing.
Yeah, love that. And it's like the fact that they contacted you and wanted you there. You know, so I know
Yeah.
that's one of the prestigious women's promotions up there.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. I couldn't ask for a better debut.
I love it. I love it. Um, do you consider dabbling in any tag work?
I actually have a tag match coming up on the 17th, and that'll be my first ever tag team match.
Okay, I love it.
Um,
So like
yeah,
a set team or just something thrown together?
it is something thrown together. So I guess we'll see how that goes.
Love it. It's a lot of times those are the best ones. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
when you don't know what to expect.
Yeah, hopefully my partner, Casey Jackson, and I have some good in-ring chemistry and we can make it work.
Yeah, I love it. So wrestling is just as much about behind the scenes as it is the matches and the shows themselves. What's your training routine look like? And how do you balance the physical and mental aspects of wrestling in your daily life?
That's a tough one. Um, I'm always busy. I go to the gym multiple times a week. My gym routine is all over the place. Sometimes when I give myself a set schedule, I find it hard to actually stick to it.
Yep.
So I kind of just go into the gym with no plan and then do what I feel like doing. um, let's see.
You're like,
I
we'll feel it out from
train.
here.
Yeah, I train in the ring, usually every Sunday, just kind of to keep that in ring stuff going.
Okay.
Um, I work during the week, so I don't know. It is work, gym, wrestling all the time.
Yeah. Work, gym, fun work.
Yeah, yeah.
Love it. Um, Hopefully this doesn't happen. It won't very soon. When faced with injury, how do you handle it, and what does your recovery process look like?
Um, I guess that's hard because I haven't had like a
Major.
horrible
Yeah.
injury yet.
Yeah.
I had minor stuff during training, but nothing like icy hot and a good nap couldn't fix, you know?
Hey, I'm a big advocate for naps. Naps help everything.
Love a good nap.
Uh, so the wrestling business gives you this platform to make an impact on people. Uh, when you hear that, what do you what brews in your mind? What do you hope people remember about you, both as a person and as a performer?
I hope that people can just see me as a strong role model for other women and young girls. That's the dream, honestly, to just like show little girls that they can be strong. They can be strong and beautiful all at once, and they can accomplish their dreams no matter how far fetched they may seem. When I was younger, I had plenty of people telling me that I couldn't become a wrestler because I am a girl. And that's just ridiculous, right?
Yeah,
So, yeah, I just hope that I can inspire somebody to do what they want to do, whether it's wrestling or something else.
I got you. I love it. I love it to be that inspiration. And it's like I'm sure going to the shows and people wearing your stuff and everything. It's like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I asked who would narrate your audiobook. Let's think about a little bit of a bigger scale here. They were to release the Brody Dahl movie. Um, who's playing you? What's your soundtrack look like? And what would be the takeaway? What would be your Iron Man snap moment?
Oh, okay. That's a lot of hard hitting questions. Um, she's no longer here, no longer alive, but I would pick Shelley Duvall.
Okay.
I have so many people tell me that I look just like her, so I feel like she would have to play me. Um, let's see. My soundtrack, it'd have to be a bunch of like 2000s emo music, 90s punk rock. Like that's what I grew up listening to.
Yeah.
So yeah. Um, and then the big like breakthrough moment, I think it would have to be my training at Black and Brave.
Okay.
Um, I think that's like kind of where everything like flipped. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, like, we're really doing this now.
Mhm. It's like, oh, I'm in the driver's seat now.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. So, you spent a lot of time building your character and your character's backstory and everything. What's one thing about your real personality that you like to keep completely separate from Brody Dahl?
Um, I would have to go with just the anxiousness and the hesitation again. I want Brody Dahl to be like strong and in charge. And that's just not me. Like, uh, I wish that I was though, and I think that's who Brody Dahl is, who I wish I could be on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, I gotcha. Um, so obviously you've stated this already. Wrestling takes up so much of your life already, whether it's training and traveling and your matches. What's something you're very passionate about outside of it? Maybe it's a cool skill you've picked up, something you enjoy doing on a day off.
Hmm. Um, I think it would be music and going to shows. I love going to local punk shows and getting in the mosh pit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I like to design battle jackets in my free time. Just put a bunch of patches and pins and all sorts of stuff on a jacket, wear it out to a show.
Okay. I love it. That's pretty cool. You probably sell those as merch too, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
Get an idea of pricing for that and how much time it takes you to do it.
yeah. It takes quite a while, so they'd have to be like a rare exclusive item.
Right. You're like, all right, one time only.
Yeah.
Who wants it? Um, so looking back on your life, what's a specific moment or decision that felt small at the time, but ended up shaping who you are today?
Um, man, I don't know. um, I guess it would have to be going to my first SCW show.
Okay.
Um, they had a show where Vicky Guerrero was a special guest. And I think that is what my dad bought the tickets for. So we could go meet Vicky Guerrero. And then the show ended up being amazing. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to go to all of these. So yeah, from that point on, I was going to SCW shows all the time. That's kind of how I got introduced to Black and Brave and independent wrestling.
Hmm.
So I guess that changed my life.
You're here now, right?
Yeah.
I love it. So backtrack a little bit. You said your dad's been a fan of it all his life and such. How does he feel now that his own daughter is a wrestler,
Oh my
not
gosh.
just a fan?
It's amazing for him.
Yeah,
He's always been a huge supporter of me. Um, and I wouldn't be surprised if he shed a tear or two at my debut. No, he loves it.
yeah, I love it. That's great, and it's like to have that support system so close to you now too. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
if you could go back, there it is.
That's you.
Thank you. There it is. You could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice. What would it be? And do you think younger you would have listened?
Uh, man, I guess my advice would just be don't listen to the haters. And I don't think I ever did, because I'm here now. I became a wrestler. I did the thing. Um, but it sucked when people would tell you like, "No, don't do that. You're too weak. You're a girl. It's not for you."
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, I guess that would be the big thing is don't listen to the haters.
yeah, I love it. And it's like that's great for every day too. It's like you hear that and then it's like, okay, yeah, I won't. But I mean, sometimes things get to you and they'll ruin your life forever.
Yeah, it's hard to not let it get to you sometimes.
Yeah. Um, so obviously you've been a abstract thinker on this. Let's get back into that a little bit. So you could step into the life of any fictional character for 1 week. Who would it be? And knowing what you know about their world, how do you think you would survive?
Oh my gosh. Um, let's see. I watch a lot of horror movies, but I don't think I wanna go into the universe of a horror movie. Uh, hmm. Well, I'm watching Stranger Things from the beginning right now.
Okay.
So maybe Nancy Wheeler.
Okay.
Um, how would I survive? I guess a flamethrower. I think they use those against the Demogorgons.
Okay.
Um, yeah, but Nancy Wheeler's so cool, like, she can take out a Demogorgon like it's nothing, so
Yeah,
yeah.
I love it. That's great. Um, I just finished all of it myself. I was like, oh well, great. Now I have nothing to do.
Yeah.
Um, if you so I'm a big advocate for mental health. Going into this here, I took a few months last year to just go on a hiatus and mm, unplug.
Yeah.
So that's where I developed this question here. You had to spend an entire year completely off grid, no phones, no internet, no outside connections. What would you do with your time, and how do you think it would change you as a person?
Wow. Uh, I think I would start reading more.
Okay.
Uh, I was really big into reading before I started Black and Brave. Once I went to Black and Brave, wrestling kinda took over my life, and that's all I do and think about now.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I would love to get back into reading, so if I could just take a bunch of books to an island and read all day, that would be great.
Yeah. Well, here's the best part. Now wrestlers make books,
Yeah,
so
I could read a
you
bunch
can
of
read all those
biographies.
too. Got like started a mini collection there, but only of the people who I would bother reading.
Yeah.
I love that. It's mind numbing too. It's
Yeah.
calming. You're in a serene place when you're reading a book.
Yeah, you can kinda get sucked into a different world.
Yeah. So you mentioned horror, and then punk rock and music type stuff. We all have guilty pleasures. Whether it's a TV show, yours, music, horror movies. What's one thing you're obsessed with other than
The
that?
Sims 4.
Really?
Yes, I love The Sims. I've been playing forever. I think I first started playing when I was, like, 9 years old. So, yeah, if I can, like, sit on my computer and play Sims all day, I'm having a good day.
I love that. That's great. First time I've heard that too, actually. So way to go. So wrestling aside, everybody's got a bucket list. What are a few things you've always wanted to do or try? Whether that's travel, pick up a new skill, something outside your comfort zone, maybe.
Hmm. I would love to go to Japan. That's a big one. Let's see. I'd like to go snorkeling.
Okay.
Um, I went once when I was younger, but I was really afraid of the fish.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'd like to go again now and actually appreciate it.
I got you. I love it. You're like, all right. Now that I have a better mindset of this, they're not going to hurt me.
Yeah,
some of them might not hurt me.
some of them. Hopefully, I don't run into any sharks.
And honestly, they don't mind that you're there either. It's a matter if you bother them.
Yeah.
As with anything, really. But people don't seem to get that.
Yeah.
They like to poke them and egg them on. They pay the price. So imagine for a second you're building yourself on, say, 2K or whatever, right? And you get all your little attributes and your stats and stuff. Let's go with different attributes who you feel you would add to your Brody Dahl character. If you had to choose your mic skills, who would you take them after?
Um, hmm. Tony Storm.
Okay, I
Yes.
love it. Your in-ring style.
Oscar.
Your gear inspiration.
Paige.
Um, Entrance of.
Rhea Ripley.
Okay. Finisher.
Um, man. I'd have to go with the Moodalock.
Okay. Okay. And then it's a new one here. If you were to design or bring back a title, but that's just like personalized for you, what would you do?
Um, well, I'd have to go with the base of the Divas title.
Okay. With the
Uh,
wings and everything.
yes. And I think I would make it black.
Okay.
Um, and it can't say Divas. It'd have to say Women's. I love that title. Unfortunately, I don't love that era and the
Yeah.
vibe of it.
Mhm.
um, I appreciate it for what it is, but I'm glad that women's wrestling has evolved.
Yeah. Yeah. I think after that the Evolution show in 2018, I believe it was, I think they got on the right track with things.
Yes, for sure.
And not just them, but for like all independent stuff too, because they're like, all right, if they can do it, we can too, you know?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I love it. So this I've developed just for our women's wrestlers here. I call Pretty Dangerous.
Okay.
Um, where I give you the opportunity to reclaim your concept of femininity in wrestling. So just tell me a story where you prove that being pretty doesn't necessarily mean being weak. Uh, could have been a brutal match you've had. It could have been a difficult promo you had to do, or a time you outsmarted somebody, whether it's backstage in training in general. And I want you to start your phrase with "I'm pretty dangerous because."
Okay. Um, I'm pretty dangerous because I got through day 0. uh, day 0 is tough. It is the hardest thing I have ever done, but I freaking did it. And I'm so proud of that. Um, and I wanted to quit probably the whole time because it's just, man, it is something else. But yeah, I did it. I did the thing, and I couldn't be more proud of myself, honestly.
Yeah, I love it. It's like just seeing what you've become from that point. You know, I'm sure it makes you feel a whole lot better with it.
Yeah, yeah. I think that truly changed who I am and showed me that I'm much stronger than I think.
Yeah, and it's like proves other people wrong too, like all those haters you were talking about.
Yeah.
I love it. So let's play a little wrestling game here. It's kind of like a agree or disagree situation,
Okay.
except it's called flip, skip, or bump. You'll say flip if you agree with the statement. You'll say skip if you disagree, or if you're indifferent, you'll take a bump on it. Okay.
Okay.
And these are just a bunch of wrestling tropes I've either seen online or I've just seen around and heard people talk about. You know.
Okay.
All right. So a wrestler's entrance music or their music is more important than their in-ring ability.
Skip.
Okay. And just like a small reason why you personally feel that way.
I mean, I think the entrance is very important. It's it's like a hook in a book.
Yeah.
um, it's what gets people sucked in. Uh, but overall, the in-ring ability trumps that.
Yeah. Intergender matches should be added to every card.
Flip.
Yeah.
Flip for sure. Um, I mean, even if it's just one on the card, I think it's exciting and it adds something new.
I got you. And I feel people should respect intergender wrestling just as much as they do the regular shows.
Oh yeah,
Um, and I've said this multiple times. It's like you have all your women in the back, and you see maybe one match per show.
yeah,
Um, I say you can extend the show hours, up the ticket prices to accommodate for the hours, and give them time to shine. You know,
yeah, for sure.
it's like they're there. Might as well utilize them. You know, they came
Mhm.
all this way to support like their school and their promotion. Like a good way to give back.
Yeah,
Um, Managers are underutilized in women's wrestling.
flip.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never thought about that, but that does make sense. I feel like you don't really see managers for women.
Yeah. It's like as of recently, you have Chelsea Green and her Secret Harvest or whatever,
Yeah,
and you have the Culling with Izzy Dame. But it's like, other than that, there's not much of them in that position, you know?
yeah, I've
And
never
I
really
think
thought.
they're kicking butt with it too.
Yeah, yeah, I like it. It's something new.
So wrestlers who break their character online tend to hurt their mystique.
Mm,
It's a good question. This one was mine that I came up with. I'd like to see if you're one of those kayfabe is dead people.
bump.
Okay.
Um, I don't. Oh my gosh, it's so hard. I think there is a place for kayfabe on in the online world.
Hmm.
I think it's fun. Like,
Yeah.
I think it has its place, but I think it's also fun to let the fans in on like your personal life a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like, oh, maybe I can relate to them in this certain way, you know?
yeah, yeah,
I love it. My biggest thing, like example of that, is like you take somebody um like the Wyatt Six. Granted, you do know what they look like, but they're all in gimmick in the middle of Disney World posting pictures. You know?
yeah.
Like what? That yeah, it's off-putting, but it's like, all right, they're enjoying themselves, but they're still
Yeah, maybe if you mix the two.
yeah. So sometimes a loss puts you over more than a win ever could. Is my final one here.
Flip, yeah.
Because it's like and not only like just a single loss too, like if it's a series of them, like Cody Rhodes for example with the Mania title,
Yeah,
he lost, and I think if he had won that, there would have been no momentum in the entire year after.
yeah. I don't think it's necessarily about the win or the loss, but about the story you tell.
Hmm. And it's like everybody sees all the aggression, or not like aggression, like the passion you have and all the drive you put into it just to lose and then come back the next time and then you overcome, you know?
Yes, yeah. Everyone loves a good underdog story.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So to keep your creative juices flowing a little bit, let's say you have to debut as a completely different character at a completely new company next week.
Okay.
What's the name, the look, and your whole overall story look like?
Oh my Gosh, I don't know. That's really hard. I feel like it takes so long to put together, like, a well thought out
Just a
character.
single one, yeah.
Um, man, I don't know. Maybe I do some sort of, like, horror gimmick.
Okay.
Um, something scary. Uh, maybe taking inspiration from, like, Abaddon. Um,
Okay.
my name? See, I've never really thought about anything other than Brody.
Okay.
I
What
don't
about
know.
this doll?
Yeah, I mean, that works, and then, you can do some, like, creepy doll stuff with it.
Love it.
Um, and then what else was it? Like, the backstory behind the character?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Um, it'd have to be something outrageous. If I'm gonna do a horror character, why not go all in and have some, like, horror movie type, uh, background story?
I love it. I love it. So let's I recently developed this question here. You decided to take a walk on the wild side here, and take a gander into the animal kingdom. If you were to choose any animal to represent you in the animal kingdom, what would that be and why?
Hmm, let's see. Maybe a bee,
Okay.
like, small and tiny, but don't mess with me, because I will bite.
I love it. Yeah, but bees die after they sting, right?
Yeah, I didn't really think about that part.
Yeah. Uh, Obviously, everybody knows monkey here. Um, I chose this because, yeah, they can be silly and entertaining people. But when time comes to be serious, they're pretty dangerous.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
um, Not only in their weight alone and their muscle, but like just they're ruthless.
Yeah, yeah.
um, a lot of people ask who the king of the jungle is. I say it's the monkey and the ape, not the lion. Because first of all, lions don't even live in the jungle first. So I'm like, your point's kind of broken there. So
Yeah. Yeah, I would not mess with a monkey. I would not.
I love a little one, sure, like a shoulder monkey, sure, but I'm sure even those are deadly.
Oh, yeah.
Um, so transitioning here, I developed this other segment here that I call Ring Ready. I say that because a wrestler can truly never be ring ready without a good set of gear. This I allow you to talk about your gear and tell the story behind it, what inspired it, and what it means to you.
Okay, so my actual gear, there's no real story behind it.
Mhm.
It's just like a purple and black bodysuit. Um, but I wear a jacket in my entrance, and, here it is.
Okay,
Um, here's
is that
the
one that you made yourself?
it's actually my dad's.
Okay,
When he was younger, before I ever came around, he was in a punk band and he put that jacket together. And when he gave it to me, I kind of had this thought in my head that I would love to wear it for my first match and surprise my dad with it. And that's exactly what I did.
I love that. I love that. It's gonna be a continuing thing, or
I believe so. I might switch it up because I have some of my own jackets. But yeah, I think a cool punk jacket really pulls the look together.
yeah. And it's like that could be something cool and subtle, how like everybody changes their gear here and there. You can
Yeah,
change jackets, you know,
exactly. Yeah.
and be have a little bit of different touch for each moment of things. Maybe have a heel jacket and then a face jacket.
Yeah, I like that.
um, so uh, being that you're 2026 has just started. What are some of your goals into this new year?
I mean, the biggest one is just wrestle, wrestle, wrestle. Um, take as many bookings as possible, meet new people, do all sorts of different matches and stuff. Um, get better at promos. That is not my strong suit. Like I said, I've got pretty bad social anxiety, so talking to a crowd is not my favorite thing. So yeah, I'd like to get better at that and then just wrestle all over the place.
I love it. I love it. There any specific moments you can speak about that you're excited for coming up?
Um, I'm trying to think of what I can say.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, I mean, I'm excited for my match this coming Friday against Tori Fox.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to wrestle her. I haven't wrestled her, so that'll be a lot of fun.
I love it. Love it. We love Tori here. But let's say where, if people haven't already, can find you on social media to support you.
My Instagram is just the Brody Dahl. I believe that is also my X handle, but I don't really use X. It's mostly just Instagram.
Okay. I love it. There YouTube gonna be developed or dabble in TikTok at all?
I've thought about YouTube. Just not sure what I want to do yet.
Yeah. I got you. Still newer into things, but
Yeah.
I got you. Well, Brody, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you for sharing your story and being a part of our women's showcase.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. For everybody listening, go ahead and follow Brody Dahl. Support her and her journey. Check us out at Wild State Wrestling podcast on all platforms. YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Spotify. And with that, I'll go ahead and leave you with let the interviews continue. And since Jeff isn't here, stay wild, my friends.